Okay, I'd like to show you my peanut butter crackers. My little boy was a peanut butter cracker junkie. He was addicted. He could live off of that and cheese puffs. He still loves his junk food, but there's plenty of junk food they can still have while on the GFCF diet. I'd also like to remind you to always read the label. Even if it's a product you've been buying and it's been okay every time you bought it, still look at them, because I've heard a few stories of companies changing the ingredients. And our favorite crackers around here are the wheat-free crackers by Energy. And my little boy loves these. I've eaten them. To me, they taste okay. You know, they taste like crackers. They are not gross. And I would tell you if they were, because, you know, like these, I don't care for. But one good thing with the crackers or snacks that you buy that aren't a big success, don't throw them out, because you can use them, chop them in your chopper and use them for breadings and use them in recipes. So, you know, don't waste anything. That also goes for breads. A lot of times they'll eat the bread if you make French toast, or, you know, toast the bread and crush it up and use it for croutons or breadings. So there's a couple of ideas there. And we get these at our local health food store. So we take our cracker. This is a really tough one. And your GFCF peanut butter, which is not hard to find at all. This is a cashew butter, but, you know, and their peanut butters taste like peanut butter. This one is thicker. A lot of the peanut butters that you buy at the health food stores, you'll need to keep them refrigerated because they get really runny. You have to mix them. When you refrigerate them, they gel up and solidify a little bit more, so you don't make a mess all over the place when you're spreading it. But Arrowhead Mills, that's a good brand. We buy a lot of their products. So you want to make sure your peanut butter is safe, and of course, make sure your kids don't have a nut allergy. And did I mention that I'm not an expert? Let me throw that in there. Just a little girl from Florida. Okay, so you're going to spread your peanut butter on your cracker, like so, and then you're going to slap them together, and that's that. And, you know, whatever your kid wants. He may want to walk around with the whole thing. What I like to do is cut them up into little pieces and bag them up, and I usually keep them in the refrigerator. Use them for snacks, use them for bribery, use them in the car, whatever. But he really likes these. Your peanut butters, your jams, your spreads, anything that you have to use a utensil to get it out. If other family members are using it that are not on the GFCF diet, like they're using the peanut butter to spread on their regular bread and putting it back in there, then it's ruined. You know, you've got to be firm, because you're going to run into obstacles. And, you know, oh, he can have a little bit. Well, no, he can't have a little bit. Not a little bit at all. As a matter of fact, it's best to say he's allergic and just leave it at that. Don't go into autism and the diet, because around where I live, nobody's even heard of the diet. So allergies, and you know, then they'll be afraid that they'll get sued if your kid eats it and gets sick. So just say that. But anyway, no double dipping in your jars. It's a really good idea to buy the children their own little jars and label it, especially if you have more than one child in the house. Another thing about contamination, you need to be careful of your toasters and your toaster ovens, because a small little piece of bread, you know, that would be a contamination and an infraction on the diet. So, especially a toaster where you actually put the bread down in there, because there's no way to get all those little crumbs out. We have a toaster oven, and I haven't invested in a new one yet, so every morning under his waffle I put a little sheet of tin foil. Also, while cooking, if you can't, you know, if you're like me, you can't go out and buy a new set of pots and pans and this and that, so you know, you got to do what you got to do. And you can use a pan without tin foil as long as you can look at it and it still looks all shiny and clean. A good rule of thumb, if the dish or pan or whatever, if it can come clean in the dishwasher, it's okay. Just use your sanitize cycle. If you have a sanitize cycle or like an extra hot rinse, do that. The toasters, the toaster ovens, the knives, especially with the little grooves, because a little piece of bread can get stuck in there. Waffle irons, cast iron skillets, wooden cutting boards. So, just be careful, be aware. And wash everything really well and, make do. Like I said, we've been on it for 4 months and I still haven't gone out and bought any new. I think I had bought one frying pan. I've gotten an assortment of GFCF snacks laid out to show you. The Vegan A's, one of my favorites. This can be used in place of mayonnaise. It can be used in recipes, dips, all sorts of different uses, and it's delicious. It's made from grapeseed oil. And you think, my kid can never have cheese again. They sell all sorts of cheeses, soy cheeses. Make sure your child isn't allergic to soy, but your health food store will have a variety of cheeses to look at. Most jellies you'll find are okay. Most fruit jams and jellies, always check the labels, as with everything. And like I said before, no double dipping with the knives. And we are currently out of bread. My little boy isn't a big bread eater. He's okay with these bagels, but I wanted to show you, they do have a lot of breads, and there's some good websites you can order breads. These make good little finger foods, even with peanut butter and jelly or hams. All meats are not GFCF. Applegate Farms, that's a good brand that makes GFCF sandwich meats, but always check the labels. Did I say that already? Okay, I'm going to say it again. Okay, the crackers we already looked at. These are really important, especially if you have a little junk food junkie like I do. These are GFCF pretzels by Energy as well, the same as the crackers there, but we eat these. My husband and I eat these. These taste like regular pretzels, and those are a necessity to have around, especially keep it in your bag. You never know when you might need one. Most plain Lay's potato chips, wavy or regular, classic, are okay. These, my friend Danny turned me on to these. These are Perkios. They're gluten-free, casein-free cereal that looks just like Cheerios, because that was another thing Will was addicted to. But I will tell you that they do not taste like Cheerios. But, like I said, Will is a really picky eater, and he loves them. I also like to carry those around. Those are also good to have on hand for a dry snack or even with some rice milk. And a few other easy little snacks. You can find an assortment of canned foods at the health food store and a lot at the grocery store too. I hope to go on a grocery store trip and film it and show you all the different things you can get. But, soups, canned goods, a lot of easy things. And you might want to check out a lot of ethnic cuisine. A lot of ethnic cuisine is legal on the diet, especially like these we get at the health food store. They're instant little stir-fry noodles, and they're really good. And you might want to check out a lot of baby food is okay too. These are the little graduates, little meals, the white turkey stew with rice, those are legal. Also, on a lot of these companies, if you call them, they'll send you a list of their ingredients that are okay. They'll send you product lists. So, you'll find that most people are really helpful. Another big thing in our household are these waffles. These you can get at some grocery stores. I've seen them in a lot of health food stores, and I'm sure you can order them offline. I haven't had to order them offline yet, but these make great snacks and breakfast